Hi, we are AstroDoc, and we created a 2D game in Unity. One of our main focus for this project was having the interface in pure hardware. We handcrafted this box with different types of electronics in it to help interface with the game. When we were developing the game, we set a few rules in mind for us. 1, the user should never control the player, and 2, the user should never touch the keyboard or mouse. With those rules in mind, we designed a game where the player gets to control the environment and props inside of the environment to move around. And we designed the box as a substitute for a keyboard and mouse. One of our first things we wanted to do was how to choose between a male and a female character. We made custom ID cards. These are PVC cards with NFC chips inside of them, and we handmade and photoshopped these ID cards. Here you can see Terabyte, which is the female version, and Byte, which is the male version. At the start of the game, you scan your ID cards and they're NFC right here on top of the paw. When you do that, the game will then choose whether you're going to play as Byte or Terabyte. We can demonstrate this by starting the game. One of the unique features about the game is we have displays on it as well. So here we're going to scan Terabyte, and the game immediately starts as soon as we scan. And here we have our opening screen. It gives us a brief introduction about what's going to happen and where we're starting. So Terabyte's a dog, and she went to space. As we see, as the game progresses, we have different inputs and interfaces. Here we are on level 1. One of our big design goals was having all the interfaces integrated in the box. As you can see, we don't have any UI elements. This is because all the important and pertinent feedback is displayed on this box. Here we have our joystick where the user can control the current prop. In this case, it's a cannon up and down. We have our goal arrow, which shows the user where the next goal and checkpoint is, and it's currently pointing to the right. And then we have our screen. This screen is used to provide different information. In this case, it's displaying cannon power and the current power. We can use this knob to adjust the cannon power. In this case, we'll aim towards the goal arrow, and we'll click. As you can see, as Terabyte flies through the air, the camera zooms out to help the user get a better picture. You can see all the rocks and assets in the well and water were all created by a graphics team. Everything was handmade. All the assets and sounds you hear and see are all handmade. In this case, we can see our arrow pointing towards the left now, so we'll aim there, we'll decrease the power a little, and see if we can make it. In case the user misses, we also implemented a reset function. If you push down on the joypad, it'll take you back to the last checkpoint. In this case, it happened to be this cannon. So we'll go ahead and shoot. We missed again. Let's aim a little higher. We'll go ahead and we overshot again. Let's see if we can make it. And there we go. There's magnetic attraction to help the user, assist the user more so they don't miss as often. And so here we'll go over the chasm and let's see. Oh, we shot too high. Let's do this instead. Oh, we're almost there. Here we can see our second prop. This is called the crane. Here the user can use the joystick to move Terabyte around. And then they're supposed to swing Terabyte over. Oh, so we missed, so we'll re-grab Terabyte here, and there we go. And here we made it into the goal. And then we'll load on to level 2. Here we can see level 2. While we won't play it through it for time reasons, this was an interesting concept we implemented. So we have UFOs that Terabyte can shoot through and dodge, and we have various cranes that they can then swing around. So as you can see, Terabyte starts here and then can be swung around. And there's cranes which have hitboxes. So all our games and assets again were created by us and handmade, and everything was created in Unity. Unity is currently interfacing with an Arduino Mega that's inside the box, which is connected to various peripherals. The Arduino Mega contains a two-way communication, both to the computer and the computer to the Arduino. We use this communication to update the arrow as well as display information to keep them in sync. And then obviously the Arduino Mega sends the information for joystick and knob controls. Each of these items is kept in sync with Unity. To close off, I'd like to talk about what makes our project special. We used hardware to replace the keyboard and mouse as the traditional input. Using this, we provided the user with very unique feedback for a unique gameplay experience. We incorporated this year's theme with hardware through the Arduino Mega and various other peripherals we attached. So here we have a dot matrix display which we update with various arrows. It's within precision to the game, so it tracks the current checkpoint within 45 degrees. So there's 8 cardinal directions that the arrow can point in. We have the LCD, which gives text feedback as well as a power bar, depending on which prop you're selected. We have a knob that you can switch and you can turn forward and back to control the power, and we have our joystick. We also have a secondary joystick, which is currently not in use, but we hope to use it in the future. We learned a lot while we were making this project. A lot of our time was spent on making the interface for Unity and the hardware. It's not very common for Unity to interface with hardware through the serial monitor. In this case, we created some custom interfaces to help us with that. I'd also like to thank my teammates for helping us design this, and as well as working tirelessly over the weekend to do artwork, create boxes, and create cards and IDs for our game. Thank you.